Pass app. When you are first given a password for this, you'll need to log in for the first time. So we've been given a username. It's probably going to be your email address. For the sake of this, we've just called this person Aaron Aardvark. Aaron's been given a password, so I'm just going to put that in. Just bear with me. Okay, and yes, I've got that right, that's good. So the first thing we'll be asked to do when we're logging in for the first time is to create a new password. You'll see at the bottom there's some rules about what the password must contain. I'm just going to put one in. As you put it in, make sure, I know it sounds silly, but make sure you remember it, because in a moment you're going to be asked to put it in again. There we go. Hopefully I've got that right. Yep, it says that's a success, so I'm just going to continue. Okay, and like I said, now I've got to actually put that password in. Okay, great. And then we come to the screen here. It says that the sync's complete, so we just click on continue. You'll see here, I'm going to go into this in a minute, but we can see that I've already completed a visit today, and I've got another visit, if we just look, with Jane Donor at 1 o'clock till 2 o'clock. Now, before we have a look at that, what I want to do is just show you how we can make logging in a little bit easier rather than having to put your password in each time. If we go to the bottom right of the screen, you'll see a little A. It'll probably be a different letter. I think that's just A because it's Aaron. So click on that, and then you'll see My Details and Settings with a little arrow. Click on that. And here we'll see that we've got a couple of options for enabling login. So I would advise you to either enable Face ID or a PIN, just to make life a bit easier in future. So I'm selecting that, continue, that's great. And then you can either, to go back to where you were, you can either click on the arrow on the top left or just go bottom left where you'll see your bookings. Okay, so let's have a look if we go inside the details of somebody we're supporting. So we can see here we're going to be supporting, I'm going to be supporting Jane Donor at 1 o'clock. So if I just click into that visit, it'll ask me at this point whether I want to tag in and start the visit. So let's say, yes, I'm going to, although we're early for this, just for the sake of this demonstration, let's tag in now. And it'll give me some options. Now, the only one we've got at the moment is to tag in manually. So do that, you tag in manually, and then that's done. Then this screen always comes up, which is pretty much the final screen that you would need, where you would add some visit notes about that visit. Now, if you get to this stage and you suddenly realise, oh no, I've logged into the wrong visit, this is one that's happening later today, you can click on the cancel visit at the bottom, and that'll just go away then, and that you can access another visit. So today, let's assume we want to find out a little bit more about Jane. If we look at her little photo there on the top right, we can see just to the right, bottom right hand side of that, there's 9 little dots. That's going to give us a menu. So if we click on her photograph, okay, we'll see that there are a number of different buttons there that we can have a look at. There's an About Me one on the top right. That'll just give you a little bit of an outline about Jane. I don't think there's much filled in for this. But yes, you can see there's things like what's important to me, people who are important to me. There's not much filled in. So let's go back to the menu. We've got details, which will just give you things like her address and stuff. Now, if you are working in community support, you'll want to click on the care package in the middle. Now, we don't use this in supported living, but in community support, if you click on care package and view care package, you'll see then these are the outcomes that we're meant to be working with Jane. Don't take much notice of these because they're just random ones. But so if we wanted to know, oh, what are we actually supposed to do in this support visit, that'll give you details there. I'm just going to the little cross again at the top. And now if I click on the menu again, what I want to do now is have a look at Jane's care plan, support plan and risk assessments and any other document that she might have. So if I click on documents, we'll see there are three options there. I'm going to click on assessments to begin with, because that's where I'm going to find things like her support plan. So if I click on that, we can see some of these have been completed, the ones in green, and the ones in red haven't been completed. Now, you'll notice at the top we've got important contacts. Then we've got support plan, supported living, support plan, community support. Now, obviously, depending on where you're working, you'll only have one of those, but I've got two of them there just for the sake of this demonstration. And we've also got risk assessments. So if we just have a quick look inside the support plan. So if I'm going to click on the support plan, community support, and we'll start off to see just a little bit of an introduction about Jane. If I click on the arrow next to introduction, we'll see then there's a menu of different areas within the support plan. So we've got an About Me section. Yeah, click the arrow again. I can look about Jane's communication. Can look about how she feels about support and anything we need to know particularly. There's stuff about decision making, mobility, medication. Okay, so that's that. And if I click on the cross again at the top, and then we can see that we've got risk assessments. These are a little bit odd to view in the app, as most things are, but you can see here we've got a description of a risk and way to reduce the risk. Okay, and what we've done with this app, rather than having lots of separate risk assessments, they are all going to be just on the one form. So you might have 5 or 6 risk assessments, but they're all on one page. Sorry, you have to scroll around a little bit to see those, but you can read them. Okay, I'm clicking on the little cross again to go back. And we'll see then we've got a section called Other Documents. If you were to click on Add Document there are various things, and as time goes on, you'll see more options there of various sort of documentation you might want to fill out. Close that and close that. Now, if you need to complete an incident form, you just click on Incidents, Add Document, and you can see then there's Incident Form Part 1. It'll say, please enter your name or document name. So we'll just call that Incident Form. And I'll show you what it looks like. We go in there and you'll see there's all these fields to complete. What's really good about this app is there's a body map as well. So if someone's got an injury, rather than having to try and describe it, you can sort of say, you can click on various parts of this body and when you've completed it, click on Save, and then that's done. And that will be then sent to your manager. Okay, so if we go back at the bottom, we can see we're already in the green, little green bit. It says that we are actually supporting Jane at the moment. Progress is 5 minutes 56. If we click on that visit, when we finish this visit, we just write whatever it is, the visit feedback, and then when it's the end of the visit, we can click on Save and Tag Out. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. It'll give you options of how to, obviously we tag out manually again. There we are, that's done. That's that visit complete. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. If you're not sure about anything, please do speak to your manager. Never be frightened to ask, but hopefully that'll be a help. All right. Thank you.